What's happening, Christian brothers and non-Christian brothers worldwide? Welcome to another episode of Nate's Chocolate Convo, the only podcast where building a man is the business. There's something that's heavy on my heart, and I have to say this. I've been seeing it a whole lot on different podcasts, Facebook, Instagram, different YouTube channels, and the thing is, it's too many men, especially black men, that's publicly crying and showing these broken emotions over a woman or women. I'm seeing it too much now. It's starting to become common. I was watching the Poor Man's Podcast. Shouts out to Poor Man's Podcast. And he showed a video clip of a young brother that suspected his wife of cheating on him. Somehow he got hold of her phone and found the dude's number in there. They were sending texts to each other. He called the number and confronted the dude on the phone. And he asked the dude, "Who are you? Or why are you texting my wife?" And they did the back and forth thing, going back and forth. And finally he said, "Well, we've been texting each other for a couple of weeks now. I was texting her for some money to pay some bills." And he started to go off on the dude, and he went into a rant, threatened to kill the dude, threatened to kill himself, threatened to kill his wife, pleaded with the dude, started crying, this and that and the third. But he's not the only one that has been doing that. What you men have to understand, especially black men, is that a woman is going to be a woman, just like a man is going to be a man. We are logical, and women are emotional. They move with emotions. That's how God made them. That's how their brain is wired. What he should have done was confronted her, sat down, had a conversation, and see if they can find out what the problem is, instead of embarrassing himself. And I'm going to tell you this, from the rant, from start to finish, I can see why she did what she did. Real women like real men, strong up here. Not the tough guy, not the thug, not the bad boy, but real women like men that are mentally tough. She is the emotional one. You're supposed to be the logical one. But if you have just as much emotions as her, then there's no balance. We as men and women, we balance each other out. Men bring logic, women bring emotions. Not too hard, not too soft. And I really believe that she did what she did because she's in a indirect way is turned off by him. He showed too many red flags to be a beta male or an effeminate man. And I wish I was able to show you the clip and you can see for yourself what I mean. He did something that a woman would have done if she found out or suspected her husband was having an affair, adulterer. But he should have confronted her and not the dude. Leave the dude out of it. He's a non-factor. Leave him out of the equation. He should have confronted her and sat down and have a conversation. And they either will come to an agreement or separated. And if he wanted to cry, he should have just went, cried in the closet, in the bathroom, get himself together, then sat down with his wife and talked to her about why she's texting this dude and giving the dude money when they have a whole family. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. I'm not saying you don't show emotions. What I'm saying is the time and place for everything. You don't put that on social media for the world to see. All they're gonna do is clown you and laugh at your pain, because the brother was in pain. But when you don't have control over your emotions, this is what you do. And this is why I tell men, but especially brothers, control your emotions. When you are not in control, you are out of control. And he was out of control. Emotions on 1,000. Stop doing that. Stop being over emotional about everything, especially women. You have to be logical when dealing with women and not emotional. You will get in trouble every time. Been there and done that. It's a difference with showing a little emotions, kindness, tenderness, gentleness to women. But over emotional, everything they say get you going, get you upset. When she's emotional, you emotional. When she's yelling, you yelling. When she's screaming, you screaming. When she does something petty, you go and do something petty. Instead of thinking logical, let her calm down, then we'll come back and talk about it. Communication is everything. But he didn't do that. He just went off, pretty much. Listen, black men. Listen, men in general. Stop doing that. Be in control of your emotions. Your emotions, not hers. She's wired to be emotional. That's women. Get over it. We are wired to be logical. This is what keeps strong relationships. Balance. It comes with communications, sacrifices, compromise. Now, has another tip. We know who we're dealing with. We know if our women are loyal or not. But a lot of us can't get past looks and we can't get past sex. So we choose them anyway. Even though our gut instinct saying, no, she's not the one. But we do it anyway because we can't get past sex and we can't get past looks. And it gets us into trouble every single time. I know. Personal experience. Look past the woman, her looks, and look at her character, her personality. Then make the decision. I guarantee you'll make better decisions. Stop thinking with emotions, start thinking with logic. Simple. Thanks again for tuning in. Remember, click like, dislike, leave a comment. I can use the criticism to make this podcast even better. Thank you for all my subscribers and supporters. You know the usual. 1, 2. Peace.